What's up, cool people? I'm Matt Conroy. Welcome back to another Top 10 Music Countdown. This time around, I'm going to be covering my top 10 favorite Daughtry songs. Now, a little bit of background on me and my fandom of Daughtry. Back when Chris Daughtry was in American Idol, I actually kind of kept track of and watched American Idol back in those days. Whenever he wound up leaving that particular season of American Idol, that's really when I stopped keeping track of American Idol, because I was like, this is an absolute load of crap. He should have won the entire season, not left at 5th place or whenever it was. Once I heard after that Chris Daughtry had gotten a group together and was doing music, releasing studio albums and that kind of stuff, I have been following him decently well since then. I haven't been keeping track of every single little detail, but still. Definitely a guy that I liked back when he was on American Idol, and someone who I think has loads and loads of vocal talent, and just really one of those people that I'm not sure I'm ever going to stop buying music from. For this countdown, I'm going to be trying to cover all of his albums up to this point, unless he happens to release one in between when I record this and when this countdown actually gets out there. I hear there's one that's supposed to be released this year, or at least one that's in progress. So, again, entries are spread evenly across the albums that are contained in this countdown, and that's really all you need to know. So, without further ado, here are my top 10 Daughtry songs.
She's watching the taxi driver, he pulls away. She's been locked up inside her apartment 100 days.
Kicking off the countdown, we have Waiting for Superman from Daughtry's latest album, Baptized, and I think, well, I gotta have this song on here partially because of its success, but also, I think it's a good demonstration of Chris Daughtry's vocal range, and really my favorite aspect about it, probably my favorite aspect about a lot of Daughtry songs, is almost kind of the storytelling aspect to it. It's not just, about the same stereotypical stuff all the time. Up next, we have the song We're Not Gonna Fall from Daughtry's album Break the Spell, and what I like about this song, while it is a somewhat typical love song kind of thing, it actually works through some of the rougher parts of a typical romance. A lot of Daughtry songs do this, and I really like that, because it doesn't just go from I love you to I hate you in 2 seconds flat. It's actually working through the rough stuff that's in between all of that. At number 8, we have the song You Don't Belong from the album Leave This Town, and what I like most about this song is actually just, it's a great kickstart to the album. The intro on this song is really great for getting me kind of pumped up, rocking out, and all that kind of stuff. I would normally try to talk about, the interpretation of the song and what it means and all that kind of stuff, but other than it seeming to be about relationship problems, I honestly really don't know. And now we have the song Baptized, which is the title track from that album, and really what I like about it is how it combines the two aspects of marriage and baptism, and how both of them are very much a way of starting a totally new life. I mean, baptism is a representative of that, and really marriage should be that as well, because you're taking your old lives, getting rid of those, and starting a new one together. Sticking with the religious theme a bit, we have the song Supernatural, which hits on our connection to God in a somewhat similar way to how Baptized does, but it's almost more like when you look back on your life and realize just all the crazy different things that you've gone through, how God has been leading you all that way, and it's just ridiculous the supernatural influence throughout your life that God has had.
It's now become the same thing. You've been offering. As days go by, I finally become what you want me to be.
And now we have our first entry from Daughtry's debut album with What I Want, and really beyond just the awesome combo of Daughtry's vocals and Slash's guitar, I mean, do you really need any more of an explanation of just how awesome the song is? So really just more from the fact that I like rock music is really where I get my enjoyment of this song.
Don't you wanna feel like a rebel, a renegade on the run? Real life wire and a crossfire riding shotgun.
Now for another rockin' out track, we have Renegade, and I like it because it's a rockin' out type of song, but the story behind it I like even more because it's talking about being a rebel, but not in the stereotypical kind of way, not in a way that is hurting anybody. And I feel like as a Christian, that's a lot of what I'm trying to do my whole life. I'm trying to go against the flow of the world, but not in a way that's hurting anybody. So, if that's what this song is about, then awesome. If not, still a great song to rock out to.
All these lives that you've been taking deep inside, my heart is breaking. Broken home from separation. Don't you know it's violation?
At number 3, we have All These Lives, which, again, brings in the story aspect of Daughtry's music. It's talking about just the general idea of kidnapping and how much damage that does to a family, having one of their kids kidnapped, both immediately and long term, all the damage that that does. So you combine that with Chris Daughtry's just powerful, passionate vocals, and it makes for a really emotional song.
Ain't no doubt about it. I can't live without it. Try to forget you, but I can't get you out of my head.
At number 2, we have the song Out of My Head, and honestly, this is on the countdown partially for nostalgic purposes. So back when I had my first job out of college, I was working part-time at a grocery store, and a lot of times when I'd go into the back area, I'd hear this song, and it just automatically brought a little bit of a pep to my step. I'm not entirely sure why. But anyway, the song is a great example of just how true love really kind of gets into your head and just kind of consumes all your thoughts a little bit.
There's nothing I can do. I believe you can get me through.
So the song Get Me Through was released as a B-side on the Leave This Town album, and while I didn't buy the entire EP, I guess you'd call it, of B-sides from that album, I got this one because of the particular version of the album that I bought. And just kind of looking ahead a little bit, anytime there's a song like that that kind of gets in on a B-side or is part of like a greatest hits, but then is also an original song that's not part of an entirely original studio album, that's when I'm going to be including kind of bonus songs like this.
For the first time, you get up in your eyes and see the world without your sorrow, and no one knows the pain you left behind.
Finally, at number 1, we have Open Up Your Eyes, which is a great song just from the passionate vocals and the storytelling standpoints, but I think it's also a really versatile song in its use. When it comes to, experiencing loss, especially, there's good and there's bad, and I think this song does a great job of capturing both. How, you can have that time to grieve and, really feel that sorrow and the pain over the loss, but also it gives you a little bit of hope and encouragement to live your life to the fullest with what time you have left. So that, I think, is really what gets this song at number 1 on the list. So there you have it, my top 10 Daughtry songs. This was kind of a personal list, so feel free to leave comments below on your top 10 favorite Daughtry songs, as well as any ideas that you have for other music countdowns and things like that I can do. In any case, like and share if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel to see more of my videos as I post them, and yeah, otherwise, I just hope you are all doing well, and I will see you in the next video. See you later, everybody.